Finding the determinant of a 2x2 matrix and a 3x3 matrix. Please be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any future videos. The determinant of a matrix is a number associated with every square matrix. A square matrix is any matrix with the same number of rows and columns. To calculate the determinant of a 2x2 matrix, we can use a simple formula. Let's look at an example. If we have matrix A that has 4 coefficients, A, B, C, and D, the determinant of this matrix will be AD minus BC. And how do we obtain this formula? We're multiplying A times D and C times B. And we attach a positive sign to products from the downward sloping diagonal and a negative sign to products from the upward sloping diagonal. So AD is positive and CB or BC is negative. Let's look at an example now. Given matrix A, calculate the determinant. So first we need to multiply 5 times negative 2. Because it's a downward sloping diagonal, we know it's positive. So positive 5 times negative 2. And then we need to multiply 1 times 3. And because it's an upward sloping diagonal, we assign a negative value. Therefore, negative 1 times 3. Negative 10 minus 3 is equal to negative 13. And that's the determinant for this matrix. This formula can be used for any 2x2 matrix, and it's a simple and quick way of calculating the determinant. Next, we're going to look at how to calculate the determinant for a 3x3 matrix. Please note that this quick method can only be used to calculate the determinant for a 3x3 matrix. This method cannot be used for other matrices of different sizes. In a later video, we will analyze how to calculate the determinant for an n by n matrix. For a 3x3 matrix A, the determinant is given by the following formula. Now, how do we obtain this formula? Given matrix A, the first step is to copy the first 2 columns of matrix A to the right of the matrix. Next, we want to take the product of the elements on these 6 diagonals. And please note that we want to attach a positive sign to products from the downward sloping diagonals and a negative sign to the products from the upward sloping diagonals. Now let's look at an example. Given matrix A, we want to calculate the determinant. The first step is to write the 2 columns, the first 2 columns, so column 1 and column 2 of matrix A to the right. Now that we've done that, we want to calculate the products of the elements on the 6 diagonals shown up here. So the product of the first diagonal is 2 times negative 2 times 1. And we assign a positive value because it's a downward sloping diagonal. The next diagonal is 5 times 3 times negative 4. And again, it's positive because it's a downward sloping diagonal. And the next term is obtained by multiplying negative 1 times 0 times 1 to get the third term. And again, it's still a positive value. Now we're going to determine the products of the upward sloping diagonals. So the next term is negative 4 times negative 2 times negative 1, and we assign a negative sign because it's an upward sloping diagonal. And the second last term is 1 times 3 times 2, and again a negative value. And last term is 1 times 0 times 5, and again we assign a negative sign here because it's an upward sloping diagonal. And this gives us determinant A is equal to negative 4. 2 times negative 2 is negative 4. 5 times 3 times negative 4 is negative 60. This term here is 0. This term here is negative 4 times negative 2 is positive 8, times the negative value here is negative 8. Negative 3 times 2 is negative 6, and this again is a 0 value. Therefore, when we add everything up together, we get the determinant A, and it's equal to negative 62. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.